Nah, nah. Nah.
It's 150.
Google says it's a girl.
I had 150. Yo.
I think when it's above 140.
You.
Hi guys, Dimpho here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to my channel if you're new here. If you're new here, please don't leave without subscribing and hitting the notification bell so that you can be notified of each time I make an upload. In this video, I'll be just taking you guys through what the second trimester of my pregnancy has been like. I'm hoping it's going to be a super short video. Also, if you haven't watched our pregnancy announcement / first trimester update, I'd suggest that you first watch that video and then come on over to watch this video so that this video can make sense. I'm actually in the third trimester now, but I'll be talking about what my second trimester was like. Don't forget to subscribe to my, I'm so out of breath. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and to click on the notification bell. Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoy it, and also don't forget to leave me a comment and to share this video with someone who might find it useful. Stay tuned to see more. Okay, so in the first trimester update, I did mention that I was sick for like 3 to 4 weeks. That's when I was sick, nauseous, couldn't eat, had food aversions, smell aversions, and all of those things. There's actually this song, let me let you guys listen to this song. Why if only me jam? There's this song, something so right on it, that I used to enjoy so much before falling pregnant, or before I knew I was pregnant, ne? And I used to abuse this song so much. Here's the song. So in my first trimester, I've actually got flu, so you guys will excuse me if I need to blow my nose and all of that. So in my first, I went from a first trimester basically where this song used to be my favorite. I used to abuse it so much, and then I found out I was pregnant and this song used to annoy me so much. Well, it's still like it makes me nauseous. So I went from a first trimester where I was nauseated by songs. I couldn't go onto Instagram because the food posts used to make me want to but they used to nauseate me so much. And what else? I couldn't stand anything that has a smell. So I basically went from a first trimester where no drama nje. I think I started feeling okay from like week 10, week 11. So, and the second trimester starts from week 14. It starts from week 14 to week 26. Well, from what I read, it says it starts from week 14 to week 26. So I went from that dramatic first trimester onto a second trimester that was drama-free, pleasant, baby kicks. I think I actually started feeling baby kicks when I was 11 weeks. That's when I first started feeling movements or kicks or whatever. But then those subdued, and I think I started feeling them again like in the second trimester, or feeling them properly in the second trimester. But anyway, guys, I'm so out of breath. I'm so out of breath. I think I'll be back. Let me get something to drink. I actually forgot that I had placed this in the freezer. Okay. So yeah, I was very energetic in my second trimester. In my first trimester, I was tired and didn't want to do anything. All I wanted to do was to sleep, but I was energetic. In the second trimester, I had normal eating habits. I was eating the food that I would normally eat when I'm not pregnant. I think the only thing that I was craving for that I don't usually like or consume when I'm not pregnant is Coke. I had this annoying craving for Coke, so extra cold Coke. So, and normally when I'm not pregnant, fizzy drinks are too sweet for me. I'm not into fizzy drinks. I find them too sweet, but I was so obsessed with Coke. And I think another thing that I crave for is Wacky Wednesday from Steers. Those Wacky Wednesday burgers, I enjoy those a lot. Okay, but I used to enjoy them even when I wasn't pregnant. So I think cravings were Coke ne Wacky Wednesday. And then but I couldn't actually consume as much sugar as I would normally consume because I'm a big dessert person. I enjoy cake, I enjoy ice cream, I like sugar, except for fizzy drinks. But with this pregnancy, I'm not really consuming that much sugar because it gives me a bad aftertaste. Whereas with the first trimester, I couldn't stand sugar. And then I started eating sugar from like week 16 or so. But with this pregnancy, my first trimester was all sugar, which is why I gained so much in the first trimester. And then the second trimester, sugar here and there, but it makes me nauseous afterwards. Okay, and then my skin, my neck started darkening. It's probably like very dark now, giving me homemade yellow bone vibes. But it's fine, okay? So I got freckles on my nose, which you probably won't see because I've got makeup on. I got freckles on my nose and the black spots that I have on my face. I'm not sure if Nyabon, but I've got, what do they call them? Are they called beauty spots or what? I don't know. But I got more of them. They increased, which happened with my first pregnancy as well. And then okay, obviously in the second trimester, that's when the baby kicks are now like really, you really feel them. You can actually see your belly move and all of that. So that's where, the second trimester. And also baby T used to kick a lot when I would take I haven't taken a bath in a while, but I used to like taking baths when I get back from work with the use, and baby T would kick so much. So when I'm in the water with the use, probably with the use on my boob or whatever, I would have use on my boob, and then baby T ngapha is busy kicking. It was just the most beautiful thing ever. And then I've got normal sleeping habits. I sleep. Okay, but anyway, I sleeping is one of the things I really enjoy doing. So yeah, I don't have problems with sleep, or I didn't have problems with sleep in the second trimester. And then I mentioned also in my first trimester update that my eyesight has deteriorated so bad, and it got even worse in the second trimester. I'm basically blind. I cannot see, I can see myself on the monitor, but I can't really see the details. Yeah, like my eyesight is so bad. And also in the second trimester, that's when you get Braxton Hicks contractions. So those started, but I will get back to, I will talk about Braxton Hicks contractions a bit later. I just want to talk about now, because of my congenital heart defect, I was born with a heart defect. When I'm pregnant, they need to check whether or not my babies have inherited that heart problem or not. So with Use, I had to go to see a fetal maternal specialist when I was in the first trimester and in the second trimester, but they saw that nothing was wrong with the baby. the baby didn't have a VSD, a ventricular septum defect. Yes, that's the heart defect that I was born with, a ventricular septum defect, a VSD. So with this pregnancy, my gynae said, okay, I don't need to go get first trimester to the fetal maternal specialist, and then I'll go get second trimester just before 22 weeks of my pregnancy, because that's when you would properly see the heart of the baby and all of that. So okay, fetal maternal specialists, guys, are not cheap, hey? They are not cheap. And if you've got medical aid, usually specialists don't even accept medical aid because they charge more than what the medical aid is willing to pay for. So you would find that if you need to see a specialist, you will need to pay the specialist cash and then claim the money back from your medical aid, but your medical aid won't give you all the money back because they charge more than what they are willing to pay, right? So okay, I had to go see a fetal maternal specialist, but when I was googling these specialists that I saw in 2017 when I was pregnant, I saw that one of them usebenza Steve Biko Hospital, the other one usebenza Kalafong Hospital. So I was like to my husband, why do we need to go pay this amount of money when we can get the services for free at a public hospital? So okay, sacheka, but Steve Biko, wow, Steve Biko, bebe sokolisa. So we Utedo normally is the one who calls when you need, like, I need to schedule appointments or what. I don't like talking on the phone, so yeah, normally my husband does all of that. Yeah, and the receptionist, yeah, the high risk pregnancy section, Steve Biko was very rude. So I was like, you know what, in order for me, I'm talking this person, let me let my husband deal with him because I'm 5'2". Okay, so but we eventually went to Kalafong Hospital, and because I only see a gynae, I don't go for antenatal, ANC. I don't go for ANC a clinic. I just see my gynae. I didn't have maternity, what is it called, that thing, but that book, man, that you get a clinic, a bala, everything, I didn't have that, yabo. So I got a phone, but okay, we will help you with the scan, but you need to bring that book, ne? So the wonderful ladies that were helping us, I can just go to a public clinic and then to get that book. Also, when I get there, I should pretend like I recently found out that I'm pregnant. By that time, I was 21 weeks pregnant with a huge belly. But they were like, get there and pretend like you just found out that you're pregnant, and then ask them that book, yabo? And then come back the following week. So we went to Lodium clinic, and Nakona, guys, the stuff was nice, and the nurse that was there on that day, Ebez was cut her off because she had seen a lot of people on that Friday and we didn't have an appointment. So all the people who didn't have an appointment and it wasn't an emergency, she was going to cut us off and give us another day to come. So when it was our turn to go into the room, so that us was Paleli sick note or whatever, we explained to her, but actually we just want that booklet, Tina, so that we can go and do this Mafu scan. We are not really going to come back here for ANC. And she was so nice. The lady helped us with Ufumana, the booklet, with Uyenza basically. So okay, and then the following week we went back to Kalafong Hospital and they did a Mafu scan to check the baby's heart and all of that, and the baby's heart was good. There was no sign of a VSD. Basically, I was born with a hole in my heart, so the blood wasn't circulating well. The blood was going into the heart, which is not supposed to happen. So that's what they needed to check for, and there was no sign of a VSD in my baby. The case has been broken because it's hereditary. this VSD thing, but I think the curse has been broken. Yeah. So none of my babies are going to inherit this, but I think the doctors just want to be safe, you know. Doctors like to eliminate anything that could potentially get them sued. So yeah. Okay, yeah, so we went to Kalafong, and then Kalafong though, but my placenta looked like it was it looked as if I had placenta accreta, which is when your placenta, I think your placenta let me see, your placenta attaches to the wall, yes, to the wall of the womb, which I think is not supposed to happen. It goes into the wall of the womb. So I was given another appointment to go back there at Kalafong now in January, so that they could check if I did have placenta accreta or not. So yeah, okay, I think something that I forgot to mention there, when I went to the clinic, Elodium clinic, they gave me a tetanus shot, a tetanus vaccination, which I actually didn't get with Uzi. Yeah, they gave me a tetanus vaccination and I was so sick, guys. Yo, my arm felt like it was going to fall off. Like my arm was so painful. And I had a Benjine flu. Like I was so sick for like a week. And when I googled Abantu, people would say, hey, a tetanus shot gave me a sore arm for two months. I was sick for two. Like guys, you're under stress. But I think within a week, Ndaba, right? Yeah, I was okay within a week. But overall, because this was actually my first experience with public health care. I'm a child to a soldier, so all my life I've knew military health care, and then I started working and I got medical aid. So I didn't really have experience with the public health care. Actually, I'm lying. When I had my heart operation done, the military hospital in Pretoria, Iwan Mill, they didn't have the specialists that they needed. So, and these specialists at the time were at Steve Biko Hospital. It used to be called HF. So that's where I got my heart operation done, but through the military hospital, Steve Biko though. So basically this was my first experience in public health care. And am I recording? Okay, I am. This was my first experience in healthcare, and like guys, I've got nothing negative to say, honestly. Yeah, then the nurses, the staff, they were all sweethearts, man. Like honestly, I've got nothing negative to say. And the doctors were actually saying that I should go and give birth by Kalafong. But I was like, I think the only thing I don't like about public health care is that you need to wake up very early. You need to be there at 7 o'clock. Yeah. I don't like that. So, cause with my gynae, I set up an appointment and I go to my gynae's office for my appointment. I don't need to get there at 7 or whatever. But basically, my first time experiencing public health care was, I honestly have nothing negative to say. And what else? Oh, okay. Braxton Hicks contractions. Yeah, Braxton Hicks contractions, the practice contractions now start in the second trimester, right? So there's this, just at the beginning of December, I was 26 weeks pregnant by then, just at the end of the second trimester. So I had Braxton Hicks contractions, right? And I had like lower back pain from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it was getting worse, yes, this pain for 4 days. And I had like pains as well in my lower abdomen, right? Only to find out that it's round ligament pain. But so I called the hospital because I go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. My husband calls the hospital, tells them, oh, my wife has been feeling this and this and this and this. So, but I should go to the hospital so they can just see if I'm not having contractions. Yeah, which I think is good because my sister had a baby prematurely, thinking that she just has cramps in her stomach until she was actually in labor. So I think it was good. It was a good precaution for them to like say, okay, just come in, Sibone, if what you are having is not contractions, right? So I went into the hospital and they did monitor me. I got to the hospital at like 1 a.m. in the morning because Ted was working night shift. But we got to the hospital at 1 a.m. in the morning. We had dropped Uste off at my mom's, went to the hospital, they checked. I wasn't having contractions. I didn't have a bladder infection. So it was just round ligament pain and Braxton Hicks contractions that landed me in hospital. But bad guys, the round ligament pain that I had, and I think it's because I was just so busy that week. Because I've noticed that if I get too busy or if I get too tired or I've been doing too much, then I will get painful round ligament pain. So I'm just taking things easy and I'm just chilled, man. Sorry, excuse me. So yeah, basically that's how my second trimester was like. It went by so quickly, and I'm having this pregnancy is pretty much the same as my first pregnancy, which is so crazy. And I didn't mention anything about the baby's gender. So at about 18 weeks when we saw my gynae, we were excited to see the baby's gender, and the baby kept his legs closed. I'm just saying by the way. The baby kept his legs closed, so we didn't see anything. So we actually got to see the baby's gender, ekala form, when I was 22 weeks pregnant. And the baby had his legs wide open, and we saw what we needed to see. So yeah, by the way, my next video, I'm going to upload a vlog after this, and then I will upload a gender reveal, so I'll be letting you guys know what I'm carrying. But people have been basically saying that because most of my pregnancy weight is in my like hips and bum area, so people are saying it's another girl, but we'll wait and see. So yeah, and I don't think I said anything about the supplements that I'm taking. But basically in the first trimester I was just taking folic acid, and for most of the second trimester as well I was just taking folic acid. I think I started taking Preg Omega Plus at about week 20, week 21. That's when I started taking Preg Omega Plus. But the reason why I didn't start with Preg Omega Plus too early is because my doctor was quite happy with my iron levels, especially because I just had a baby and I was still breastfeeding. He was actually shocked at why I had such high iron levels. I apparently also had high iron levels even after I'd given birth through a C-section, which isn't really something common, I guess. Yeah, so there was no rush for me to like my blood results and everything was good, so there wasn't really a rush for me to go on to Preg Omega Plus. So I started at about 20 weeks or so. Yeah, but anyway guys, that is it from this video. I am so tired from talking. Thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Bye. Thanks for watching.